All right, this is the what I want to be when I grow up speech. Here's my audience. All right, so I guess I have kind of a unique perspective on this topic, so I'm going to modify it slightly to, how does a grown-up evaluate a career change? Because quite frankly, I am an adult. I'm a grown-up. I'm 34 years old and back in school looking for, a new career in the second half of my work life. So going back to when I was, 18, 19 years old in school, I really, there was nothing that I was going for. I kind of floated around in school for a couple of years trying to figure that out. Ultimately started working, and then in my 20s, after working, I realized the only thing that was really getting me excited was the thought of owning my own business. Being an entrepreneur, having uncapped earnings, freedom, work-life balance. So ultimately, I decided on the home inspection business, and that's where I am today. Now, how did I get there? First, the first step was licensing. Education, licensing, doing what I needed to do to get into the business. Secondly, from there, I knew I needed training. I needed to learn from somebody experienced. So, essentially, I cold called one of the most respected companies that in business, who was a one-man show at the time, and just asked if I could job shadow him, follow him around, go on ride-alongs, and just feel out the business. And ultimately that led to me going to work for him, but that's what I needed. So I spent about 2 years doing that. Ultimately, I became a partner in the company. So really, I had kind of accomplished my goals at that point. I was ultimately kind of living the dream, doing really well financially, and had a lot of freedom, work-life balance. But what they don't tell you about being a business owner is, that can end and you can be shut down. So ultimately for me now, all it takes is the real estate market to tank or crash, and I'm out of business, unable to support my family. So now in my 30s, I've shifted my thought to, something with a little more stability, benefits, and going to work somewhere that, I know I can retire from in 20, 30 years. So what I'm doing now, obviously, is starting, the P-TECH program. I'm trying to, get my degree so that I can, compete for a job and ultimately become an operator. I think what's important is not only, getting the degree, but trying to network, trying to meet as many people in the business as possible. Since I've been in school here for about a year, I've tested at Energy Waterford, the nuclear plant, and Valero. Did well on the test, but ultimately never got an interview. And a lot of that has to do with just not having experience. And I think by networking, that'll take all of us, give us all, a better chance of actually getting a job. So thank you. That's all I have.